welcome to MSU Inside Out on your local access channel 19. I'm one of your hosts, Mariah Zabak.
And I'm your other host, Jamie Council. We have a lot of great guests today. I know we'll be talking a little bit more about the auction that's coming up in a couple weeks with Roy White, which is a former auction student. And then we'll also be talking to more auction in action with Wade Regier, which is part of the hockey team, and enrollment services, so kind of a
little double there.
Yeah, killing two birds with one stone on that. And then also talking about events for students with tie blankets with MSU Life and other things, who MSU Life is, and then also looking into Christmas production. So a lot of great stuff coming up.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it. Later on the show, we also get your weekly taste of fantasy football with Andre and Jesse. It's always my favorite part of the show. And we're going to start the auction and action pieces with Morris Karate. Bridget, did you know that I'm a black belt in karate?
No.
I am. I didn't study at Morris Karate, but I am a black belt.
Wow, I had no idea. I better
watch
watch out.
Right?
Yeah.
Heads up. All right. The KMSU auction is just around the corner, and this year we have a kick butt package from Morris Karate. Andre Livingston has more.
With the holiday seasons upon us, Morris Karate is ready to help you stay in shape in a new way. Morris Karate donated over $2,000 worth of lessons for anyone at any age.
Being an alumni from Minot State, it's always something that I can give back to the community, since this is kind of a unique way to give back, whether it be young or old. I gave away a 6-month package for kids and a 6-month adult package. And that's just a way for people to come in and, one, to see what we're doing and how we're doing it, because we are a unique system of the martial arts and stuff like that, but also to help kids get on the right path, or help adults better their self-defense, or help them become better, healthy in their body and in their mind. We stress big time in the discipline, as far as for themselves and for others around them, self-confidence, so that if they're doing something that they're not quite sure of, their self-confidence will be there to be able to be the first in the class to want to answer a question, as well as having respect for their peers, as well as their parents or their teachers, so that they're going to become a pillar of the community. I love what I do, so it's not working. It's teaching martial arts and being healthy and being able to do this every day without having to stress over what time I got to get up or anything like that.
Reporting for MSU Inside Out, salute. I'm Andre Livingston. Running back!
Stay tuned to find out more about available packages and what you can win at the KMSU auction. Minot State University is about to get a little hairier this November. The Bearded Men Improv Theater Group will be performing live this Saturday at 7:30 in the Alshire Theater. This Minneapolis-based group provides entertainment with creative and hilarious characters. The event is free and open to the public. Beards are welcome, but not required. And tonight we take an inside look at a business that has donated to the KMSU auction every year since 2011.
Guerrilla Games began as a small kiosk in the Dakota Square Mall, and as gamers would say, they leveled up to the store they are now in. With this upgrade comes more space, and with more space comes something General Manager Jonah Alonso can donate to the KMSU auction.
Sure, we donated 8 birthday packages. For me, it's one of the most fun options that you can give. Kids get to play all the games they want to play. It's relaxed. Everybody gets their own cozy chair. It's just real fun, real low maintenance for parents, major fun for kids.
Most gamers nowadays play with their friends online, but Guerrilla Games offers a different experience, one that brings back memories for Jonah.
But here, you're sitting next to your buddy, you guys are broing it out, it's a lot of fun that way. It reminds me of growing up with my cousin, sitting there playing on a 13-inch tube TV, couch co-op, grinding through levels, and kids can get that couch cooperative fun here with their gaming experience.
Jonah wants to add next-generation consoles like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 to the game room. He hopes each visit will be a unique experience for his customers.
And this is an experience that evolves every year. You're not going to come to Guerrilla Games and have the same birthday party every year, because the games get better. There's new games. There's always a new experience. So you're playing video games every year, but in this industry, there's always something new, fun, and exciting, and we're able to give that to people.
Guerrilla Games is a unique video game store. They're one of the only stores in the area that still offer retro games as well as next-gen titles. Any gamer can find something to add to the inventory here. For MSU Inside Out, I'm Chris Price.
The 8 birthday packages Jonah and Guerrilla Games donated to the KMSU auction total over $1,000. And Mariah, I know you have some news here with entertainment on the campus. What's going on now?
I do. I have Nikki Eggy, a sophomore from, she goes to Minot State University. She is the co-director of entertainment for MSU Life. You guys do a lot of events for the students in the community. Can you tell me kind of what MSU Life is all about?
Well, MSU Life is sponsored by Student Government Association, and what we do is we put on free events to the community, not as often as for students. It is a great opportunity for students who especially live on campus. I know we have almost 600 students living on campus, and it's a great way for them to get out of their dorm, meet new people, get to have fun, listen to people who have, like I know some of our comedians have been from Comedy Central, and some of our artists have been featured on MTV. So it's been a great thing for students to get and to watch.
Now, this MSU group that you guys do, is it completely student run, or do you have an advisor?
We have an advisor. She runs all the other activities and other student clubs on campus. Her name is Erin Hughes. And then it's me and my co-director, Marley Kotlak, and we run all the events, we plan the events, and Erin oversees what we do.
Now, you guys just had an event on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about Grocery Bag Bingo?
It changed a little bit from Grocery Bag Bingo, but we do have Grocery Bag Bingo where students can win items like ramen or pop or anything for just playing bingo. But last night Tuesday night, it was sponsored by the Alumni Association. So they gave away sweatshirts, they gave away hats, other items that were really cool, and they could win by different types of bingo. And then we had raffles, so they could win MSU Life shirts and different shirts that we had.
Now, at most of these events, you guys have food, right? You guys, is that like kind of your go-to, like, hey, come, there's going to be food and lots of fun, right?
We try to have food, but our upcoming event, we can't really have food with blankets, or we can't really have food when we're trying to make things. So it kind of depends. If we have like Battle of the Bands, for sure, food is a really good
a necessity. Now, she said earlier that there's tie blankets going on. Tie blankets is one of the biggest events I know about as a student. I know I actually went to it on my recruiting trip when I came here. Can you tell me how many students are involved with that and how big of a project it is for you?
Oh, it's a big project. It is really fun, though. We have 8 volunteers that help us out. And then we will have 375 pieces of fleece to make 375 blankets.
Oh, wow.
So you can bring your friend who is on campus. It has to be anybody on campus. But we have a whole bunch of people coming. You can pick up your fleece. You'll have to wait in line. That's the only drawback to it. But you can make your own blanket. And, yeah, we get people lining up at the doors. It starts at 9, and they usually line up by about 7:30, 8 o'clock to make sure they get good fleece.
Wow. Do you have any fleece blankets of your own?
Yes, but I don't think I get to do one. We're doing a Power of 100 project beforehand.
I see.
And so we're going to make a couple for the new men's shelter in Minot. So that'll be good.
That sounds like a really good idea. I was going to ask about the Power of 100. Has MSU Life done anything else with that other than the tie blankets?
I think we have a couple in the works. They're more focused around Christmas, but I don't know if we're doing it just as ourselves or with student government as well.
Very, very, that sounds like a lot of fun. What is the biggest events going on in the future that we have to look forward to?
Well, we don't have many events coming up before Christmas, and next week's already Thanksgiving break. So it's kind of winding down for the semester, but next semester we'll start with Welcome Back Week, which is like our welcome week. There will be free food almost every day. I believe that it is every day. We'll have a dance with a live band, and there will be a couple other fun comedians and other events. So you have that to look forward to when you come back from the semester. But otherwise, we only have tie blankets on Friday, and then we'll have a movie on December 4th, which is Lee Daniels, the Butler.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Nikki, for being with me, and good luck at Tie Blankets on Friday night. We have a lot to look forward to after the break. We might hear from a MSU tuition waiver donor and hockey coach Wade Regier about their donation to the KMSU auction, as well as the director from the Campus Players Christmas Carol, their annual play that they put on every single year. And we get to hear about Andre's sleeper pick of the week right after the break.
Riders.
Walmart. At Walmart, you can save money so you can live better.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Western Pacific Crane and Equipment, the authorized dealer for Manitowoc, Grove, and National Crane.
The Center for Extended Learning. Our mission is to provide flexible, accessible, and quality lifelong learning opportunities.
All-American Trophies. Established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
The Pita Pit. Sandwiches, soup, and salad. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Art Main. Women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Midwest Oil Jobs. Brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management. Over 45 years of experience in managing properties and helping tenants find the right home.
MSU Athletic Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Digital Office Center. Offices located in Minot and Bismarck. Provides the complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and services.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Black Box, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's stories.
MSU Art Department. Stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibitions and art events.
Fiancé Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
NDAD, help for people with disabilities and health challenges. Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devil's Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, a full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
RL, specializes in creating custom-made vintage mod children's and baby clothes.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good time to be together.
KCJB AM, 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZPR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fox.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix, Mix 99.9.
SOS Image, improving the health and self-esteem of every client.
Grizzlies, the place for wood-fried food, friends, and family.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out on your local access channel 19.
Little difficulties. Wade Regier is not going to be joining us, so we are going to go ahead and kick it right off to a look at the Christmas production that the Campus Players is putting on. So our very own Kyler is standing by in the other studio to talk to the director about that. So Kyler.
Thanks, guys. Every year the theater department puts on a Christmas play. And with me today is student director Josh Snyder. Thanks for joining me, Josh.
Well, thank you, Kyler. Nice to be here.
So you guys put on this play every year, and it's an adaptation by Kevin Newharth, I understand. What can we expect with this?
You can expect a little bit of changes. It's going to be a little bit more colorful. It's going to be a lot more intimacy, and what I mean by that is some of our cast will be a little bit more closer to the audience in both pre-show and post-show. Some of our cast members will be part of the ushering, and then they'll kind of walk by the audience, get to know the audience a little bit, and so it's sort of to make a connection with the audience. And also there's a change to this version. One of the main people you'll know of is a ghost named Jacob Marley. The gender of Jacob Marley is switched to where Marley is now played by a female, so it's going to be very exciting, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Yeah, actually, it sounds awesome. So that is December 12th through the 14th. How long have you guys been preparing for this play?
We started at the beginning of November, a little bit early into October. We're about 3 weeks away. We can't wait to start. Rehearsal process usually goes from Monday to Thursday. Rehearsals at night from about 7 to 9. We cover everything today. We're doing about Act 2 tonight. We can't wait.
So you're talking about rehearsing. How many people are actually in the play?
We have about 20 total cast members right around that area.
Okay. And this is a fundraiser for you guys. It pays for spring trips, I believe. So what kind of trips are you guys going on?
In January, we take a trip every year called the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. What it essentially is we drive down to, this year is in Lincoln, Nebraska. We attend a bunch of theater workshops, plays performed by other schools. There's events, there's contests. There's the big one is we have our own students in the R. Ryan contest. It's for a scholarship. It's an acting scholarship. And then the winner gets a big scholarship and goes to nationals in Washington, D.C. It's a huge thing, a huge opportunity, and we all love it. We can't wait to participate.
You have been in the theater department for how long now?
It's my 4th year. I'm a senior here. I should be here for 1 more year, and then I'll graduate, hopefully go to grad school at UND to major or to get my master's in theater with the emphasis in directing, and I love directing. And for directing, this is my first kind of official mains show. I've done a few 10-minute shows in the past, but this is officially my big show, and I hope to do, possibly you can see me do 1 more show in the spring. I'm not sure yet. We'll see for a timeline for that.
So you talk about directing. What would be your dream job?
Well, technically, my dream job would be a cast member for SNL, Saturday Night Live, but I would love to kind of DIY, which is do-it-yourself theater or devise theater, direct for different productions or shows for big theaters like the Guthrie or theaters in New York. It'd be awesome just to do that.
All right, thanks for joining me today. You guys can catch the play December 12th through the 14th. 7 to 7:30 is when it starts. Starts 7:30, and it's going to be a great play. I'm excited to see it. So thanks for joining me again.
Oh, you're welcome, Kyler. Thank you.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Kyler. I know that is a great chance to get out of the cold weather. It's going to be during the first couple weeks of December, so right when it's really, really getting to the nitty-gritty cold.
Yeah, it's good that winter held off because football ended last week, so I know that there's been honors with that, and sports Jesse is going to tell us more about honors, and then there's more honors beyond football.
Yeah, you just covered it up a little bit in a nutshell, but I'll get a little bit more to that, more in details. So I'll get right to football. The Minot State football season came to an end on Saturday. The Beavers fell at home to Bemidji State. Now on Tuesday, the Northern Sun announced the all-conference team. Minot State senior linebacker Josh Weidler was named to the second-team defense of the North Division. The MSU football team will be idle this winter. Their spring practice will begin in April. For the first time in school history, both the men's and women's basketball teams are off to a 3-0 start. Earlier this week, the NSIC announced Minot State forward Sam Johnson was the player of the week for the men. Moments later, it was announced that Minot State forward Carly Bogue was the player of the week for the women. Sam won the award for the first time, while Carly received the honor for the 4th time in the last 2 seasons. Both the men and women will be in action this Sunday. The men play Valley City State at 3, and the women play Dickinson State at 5 in the MSU Dome. Other action happening Sunday is NFL football. Here is Andre to give you his best fantasy football picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Week 12 of Fantasy Football. The playoff picture is starting to take shape, and I'm going to help you get it. So let's get it started. Matthew Stafford has been a top-notch fantasy quarterback this year, and he should be with Calvin Johnson as his #1 receiver. They'll be connecting for more touchdowns this week. Mike Glennon has been putting up good numbers quietly and consistently. He should rip into Detroit's secondary on Sunday. The Rams finally found a trusty back in Zach Stacy. He's averaging more than 26 carries a game in the last 3 weeks. That's enough workload to find the end zone at least once. No Sean Moreno has been Denver's best running back this year. Of course, it's easier with defenses focused on Peyton Manning. But no Sean won't be a no-show against New England. Now, for wide receivers, I expect Antonio Brown to keep up his scoring streak. He goes up against the Browns, and I expect him to solve Joe Hayden's puzzle. Andre Johnson has been looking like a top receiver again with Case Keenum as his quarterback. He'll be taking advantage of the Jaguars this week. For tight end, Jimmy Graham is a step above the rest, even with his injury concerns. You'd be a fool not to start him. Colby Fleener has been getting a lot more targets since Reggie Wayne's injury. He's been clicking with his college teammate Andrew Luck. For my defense of the week, I'm picking the Carolina Panthers. They're proving they're one of the best in the business, and they're ready to pounce against the turnover-prone Dolphins offense. And now, it's time for my sleeper pick of the week. Andre Ellington. Woo! He may have lost some hair last week, but he's going to make a statement against Indy. Hey, everything will be great if you listen to Dre.
Now I'm sorry to announce, due to Thanksgiving and the KMSU auction, Andre will not be having a show in the next 2 weeks. I wish you all luck in your push for the playoffs. Now speaking of the auction, Jamie, I understand that is what you're going to get to in your interview, so I'll send it right over to you.
All right, thanks, Jesse. Jesse said I have Roy White here talking about the auction. He was a participant in the 12th and 13th, and this year is the 15th annual KMSU auction, so it's been going on for quite a while. So what is the hardest part, do you feel, of the class?
The hardest part is probably all the planning and all the little details. You don't really realize everything that needs to be done until you're actually doing it. So there's all these little things that you forget about, and then you're like, oh shit, I didn't do them, and then that's probably the hardest part. And relying on other people to get their stuff done too is also really difficult. Yeah,
it's a big thing about this department is teamwork and just so kind of moving on to experience, what do you feel that looking into all the details is definitely tough, but what is experience-wise, what do you get out of it?
You get so much out of it. You get real life, well, like you're saying, experience. It's the closest thing that I have done at MSU that will be like a real job, that people actually rely on you to get your stuff done, and you rely on others. It's very real, and it gets really intense.
Out in the community,
and you get your face out everywhere, and people start to remember you the more time you go out and ask people for donations. And like, I was going to the same businesses a couple years in a row, and they were like, oh yeah, I remember you from last year, and so you now have a contact.
Well, that's good in case, you ever needed to talk to him in the future, but you'll be out of here soon.
Yeah.
So, but it's good experience. And then I know that you also took part in the post-flood KMSU auction.
Yes.
And then a small donation is donated every year, but you guys did kind of a special show with that. So what was that all about? Just because it's different.
That one was my favorite, just because we worked really hard on that auction, because we knew people that had gotten injured, or not injured, but lost a lot of stuff. And so we gave all of our profits that year to 5 different families. So it was awesome.
Wow.
It was so good.
I remember that was just amazing you guys did that, but we're all out of time. But thank you so much on your insight of a student perspective, because you're a veteran KMSU auctioneer. And you're Canadian, so you must be used to this weather, huh?
Yes.
Or should I say A?
Yes, definitely used to it.
Well, here to tell us a little bit more of what to expect, Chris.
Hey.
Weather, snow.
Yeah, that kind of just hit us, didn't it? Just out of nowhere.
It came, out of nowhere, just like a ton of bricks, just winter's here.
Yeah, pretty much. Just one morning I wake up and then blam.
Yeah, so is it going to continue?
Well, let's go and check that out, shall we?
All right.
All right,
good.
so as we see, it's right now at 7 degrees, but it feels like -6. So you know you're in North Dakota now. This is definitely the point where you can understand that. Wind is 8 miles per hour and humidity is around 74, which is pretty average when there's snow. Continuing on, we'll see tonight that we have 11 degrees in Minot. We have 12 degrees in Grand Forks. Overall, we're going to be staying in an average around the teens. Tomorrow, though, when volleyball is kicking off and there's a lot of people coming in for that, we're going to have a little bit of a chance of snow, about 50%. Staying pretty nice across, but there will be 30 to 40% chance over on the east. Now, continuing on Friday night, we have going to be very cold. It's going to be very frigid, so be ready for that. Whether you're going to be out at the volleyball games or whether you're just out and about, it's going to be cold, so just remember that. On Saturday, though, we will have mid-teens, lower 20s, depending on where you are in the state again. This isn't too bad because it will be sunny, so it'll at least look nice. And then on Sunday, we're going to have a real heat wave with the 30s. So I'd be excited for that, I guess, as well as you can be. Continuing on throughout the week, we have Monday with 29 degrees, 21, and then we will be dropping back down into the lower teens. So
Sunday, 30 degrees, practically shorts weather.
Right?
Well, hopefully the snowy conditions don't affect me on my way to the Catching Fire premiere tonight. It is the second, the sequel to...
The books were great.
Hunger
I've read
Games.
all three, the Hunger Games series. And may the odds ever be in your favor driving to the theater. And then they actually are the inspiration from the Catching Fire soundtrack for our Spotify Song of the Week for this week. And it's Who We Are by Imagine Dragons.
Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, we won't be here next week, but have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for the KMSU auction.